Welcome to my channel. My name is Sami, and here's my June wrap up. Let's go. Okay, June was a really good reading month. It was also my birthday month, so it was pretty awesome. And she read 4 books this month, so let's get right into it. So for the month of June, my library reading challenge was to read a book you're intimidated by, and I chose Carrie by Stephen King. This is my second Stephen King book. My first was Billy Summers. Absolutely love that book. And Carrie's a classic. Classic. I have not seen any of the movies. Obviously, had not read the book, so I was very excited to read it, but also I was very intimidated because I didn't know what to expect at all. You know, Stephen King is such a legendary writer that I kind of was like, be able to read a classic for the first time, you can't redo that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like to be able to like read a classic for the first time, you'll never forget. So I was pretty intimidated by it, but oh my gosh, it was so good. So many things I did not realize because I just know the premise. Carrie gets pig blood all over at prom. That's all I really knew. I had no idea that there was supernatural abilities in this. Carrie has telekinesis, and that was really cool. I had no clue about that, so I'm very excited to check out the movies now. So if you're intrigued into like horror thrillers, I would definitely recommend Stephen King. I absolutely loved Billy Summers. That's one of his more recent works. This, I believe, it took place in the 70s, which now I want bell bottoms. I want to dress in 70s fashion really bad now. So excited to add the movie onto my watch list whenever I can get to it, probably during Halloween. Oh, the birdies. Birdies are chirping. I rated this one 5 stars. I did feel like there was points where it kind of dragged on, and I was like, can we get there? I did feel like that was kind of the same in Billy Summers, which I feel like maybe I'm starting to realize that's just Stephen King work, and it's just a Stephen King thing, But overall, I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. Next book I read for June, because it's also not just my birthday month, it's also Pride Month. So I always choose a Pride book to read during the month of June to support. And I chose Trixie and Katya's Guide to Modern Womanhood by Trixie Mattel and Katya Zamolodchikova. Hopefully I said that right. It's a mouthful. If you do not watch RuPaul's Drag Race, if you don't know who these beautiful women are, then you need to go look it up. I beg of ye. I love these queens. They're so funny. They brighten my day. I love them so much. And I watch everything I watch. I listen to Bald and the Beautiful podcast. Obviously, Drag Race. Anything they do, I will watch. I really want to go to Trixie Motel really bad. Palm Springs. But yeah, so this book was so funny and fun and exactly them. And I thought the layout was so funny to do it as one of those womanhood guidebooks. And yeah, it was just funny. Good time. Highly recommend. I rated it 5 stars. Just a fun short read. A lot of pictures of them looking beautiful. But yeah, highly recommend. Also, happy Pride Month. Okay, next. Kind of also goes with Pride Month is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've literally had this book on my TBR since it got popular on Book Talk, but something always stopped me from reading it, and I still to this day don't know why. I think sometimes when you think you're really gonna like a book, you kind of put it off because you're like, then I've already read it and I'll be sad, but I can always read it again. But whatever. So this one just follows Evelyn Hugo, and basically there's each, not really chapters, like sections of each of her 7 husbands and how they gone to be married and most likely to a divorce. And I really liked the time period. It was like, it goes from like the 50s to the 80s or something of her career as a Hollywood actress, and that was very interesting to read about. I did feel like I did enjoy Daisy Jones and the Six a little more than this. I just felt like they talked about the movies, but I didn't really feel like we got really deep into the movie world. I don't know, during that time period, Hollywood glam. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. There's obviously some characters that just touch my heart. Harry Cameron, love you. Yeah, it was a beautiful story, and also some gay representation in there, so that was really cool, especially during this month. And overall, I enjoyed it. I did rate it 5 stars because it did bawl my eyes out at the end of this book. Literally, the last chapter, I could not get myself to stop crying so I could read and finish it. I couldn't stop crying. I do have to warn, like, you gotta look up all the trigger warnings. There's a lot of trigger warnings in this, but I have to say, if you're like just feeling down, if you're not in the best mental space, I would say no. Read this when you're happier, but then it could bring you down a little. I don't know. I just felt like this one really made me more, like 10 times more sad than Daisy Jones. Like, real sad. Like, every time I think about it, I get really sad. Like, I did enjoy a lot of the characters. I found Evelyn Hugo very interesting. I love the whole premise of her telling her whole story through a memoir by using the journalist Monique. That part was really interesting. I did feel like the plot twist at the end was not as like Daisy Jones and the Six, but it was still good. I would just say I really did enjoy it. I would highly recommend. But if you have not read Daisy Jones and the Six, I would say I would recommend that one more. But I really did enjoy it. It was very interesting. And I just was darn curious why every time she left a relationship, she would just marry immediately the next person. Back then, did they not date? Did they not get engaged? I don't know. I thought it was crazy how she's like, I'm going to divorce you so I can marry this guy. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't need to marry him. You could just date him. So, 5 stars, highly recommend. I'm very excited to read her newest release that came out this month, Atmosphere. I think it's something to do with NASA. I'm very excited to check that out. And then the last book I read this month, I want to squeeze in one more. It's A Year of Living Curiously, 365 Things Really Worth Knowing. And I just saw this on Libby when I was scrolling through. I was trying to find a short read. And I was like, oh, that's interesting because I love learning. I love learning weird random little facts. I love it so much. I love history. I love facts. I love learning so much. And this one, it's kind of set up of you're supposed to read and learn a little fact each day of a whole year. Obviously, I'm getting this from Libby. I don't have time. I only have 21 days. I haven't got time to do that. And I was already so much into the year. So I just read it in one go, and very interesting. Obviously, something in a book like this I love. You can really just take what you want from it and discard the rest. Like some stuff about like math or really deep science stuff. I'm like, I don't get this, and I'm gonna just ignore it. I read it and then it goes out of my brain. But there's some really cool facts. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite ones. I did learn that the little pom-pom on beanie hats, not just for fashion. They actually put it on sailors, so when they were under the boat, so they wouldn't hit their head on the roof. Genius. I learned a lot. There was a lot about like how much the sun is important and how much nature and outside time is for yourself. Like you can improve your mood, your health, everything, and even your sleep. And so it really made me like make some changes of like I need to have daily outside time of just like listening to the birds chirp and get some sun, but not too much sun or sunscreen. And yeah, I've decided to go on more walks too. And yeah, I'm trying to think of any other fun facts. You know, you learn a bunch and then you like forget it. But yeah, I would highly recommend it, especially if you want to actually get the book and own it and actually start it next year. That would be really cool. You probably would remember a lot more than reading it in one go like I did. But I thought it was just fun. It was a fun, nice read. I rated it 5 stars. It gave me exactly what I wanted. I just wanted to learn a bunch of random little facts. And really, I just love books where you can take what you want from it, you know, like, oh, this is valuable fact to me that sounds interesting that I would like to know. But then some you can just be like, that's cool, but move on, you know? And yeah. And so yeah, it's basically just laid out per month and each day. And some of the days it goes with, like, the fact goes with what day it is, you know, like St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day, you know, like that. So yeah, if you like learning facts, you just like learning, if you want to have facts that you just spew out and like really smart, I highly recommend this book. Okay. Ooh, the birds. Chirp chirp. Chirp chirp. The birds are singing. Okay, so that is all the books I read in the month of June. My favorite book of the month. That's a hard one. You know what? I really did enjoy A Year of Living Curiously. I just loved learning random little facts. That's like my favorite thing. I love to learn how things work. I loved how learn when things were invented. Oh, I remember another one. There's a guy who tea shop to make. He accidentally made tea bags. He put the tea in little bags and shipped it to someone, and they didn't take it out of the bags how he was expecting them to. They just put the bag in their tea. They did tea bags. Iconic. So comment down below what was your favorite book of the month of June. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I'm sweaty. I'm sweaty. It's hot outside. Do you see my makeup? I did blue purple, and then I put these little braids, and I put these little piercing charms, and that was fun. I just want to try something different, you know? And I don't have my bangs, I clip them back. I feel exposed. I'm out, it's hot.